Everybody has that one thing that they know they should quit, that bad habit that needs to stop. What's up, everybody? My name is Albert Lopez. Welcome back to another video. In this channel, I talk about health, fitness, finances, and lifestyle. All the things that I've done and that I'm currently doing that have given me pretty significant progress in a short period of time after most of my life feeling stuck. So let's get started. Today we're talking about habits that you know that you need to quit. Everybody has that one thing. It could be called a vice, a bad habit. It could be seen in different ways. The reason why it's sometimes not seen as a vice is because it's acceptable. It's something normal. Working out, even though I talk about it a lot here as one of the primary things to get your attitude up. But still though, if you're doing it to escape, if you're doing it to distract yourself, it's a bad habit, it's a vice. Your intention behind it is incorrect. Eating, sleeping, working, cleaning, all those things could be seen like, that's not a vice. No, but it's a bad habit because of the intention behind it. I'm doing it to distract myself from not thinking about the things that are not going my way, self-victimizing, avoiding the things that you know you should be doing that you don't do. I mean, some of them, even within them being bad habits, could be in the same category as being your bad habit, your vice. But for example, you need to exercise. To some person, exercise is their vice, is their distraction. To another person, but what they need to do is, instead of exercising, they need to go get a job because they don't work and they're just freeloading off other people. Same person over here, their vice is work. They overwork. They're always busy with their emails, with creating content, with on the phone, with research, all having to do with work, but they don't exercise. And they're unhealthy, and they're always whiny and complaining and victim mindset, and they have a poor attitude. Good work ethic, but poor attitude. But they don't go to the gym, they don't exercise. So see, it all depends, it's perspective. And that's why I said it's important to know what your vice is. And everybody already knows it. You know what it is. And some of these vices, like I said, are acceptable. What did I rest? When you don't understand your own writing. I've been using notes lately. Oh, gotcha. Some of them are even embarrassing. Some vices you don't want to talk about because they're not necessarily like, they fall under the category of like a vice, right? Like the popular ones that when people think like vices, like, drinking, smoking, drugs, women. But even that one, it's drinking, smoking, drugs, gambling. There you go. I don't do those things, so I don't have a vice. Well, you don't have that as a vice. You could have an embarrassing vice. Maybe you're the person that buys a dozen donuts and eats it all, low key, without nobody seeing. You buy 2 boxes, you eat one on the way home, and then you show up with the other one and say, yeah, I have one, when you dusted 12 in the car already. You ain't proud of that, so that's embarrassing. You could be the guy that sits there in front of the computer watching spicy stuff for hours of the day instead of doing the things that you're supposed to be doing that you don't want to, but you know that you should. It's a distraction. You're coping. You're running away from something. You're keeping yourself from actually taking advantage of the discomfort of doing the things that you don't want to do, but you know that you should. That's why it's a vice. And you don't have to, once you start figuring out like, okay, I know this is my vice right away, because you don't have to think about it. If somebody says, hey, everybody has that thing that they know that they shouldn't do, that they do a lot, use it to run away, your coping thing, your vice, your addiction, everybody's just kind of like, oh yeah, you know exactly what it is. And maybe you're just on the line of like, well, I don't do it too much, but I know I'm not necessarily proud of it. I don't post it like, yeah, had 30 of those today. Whoo! You don't. So you don't have to. And what I want to lead into that is you're embarrassed of them. You're embarrassed of doing it. Because someone, and not to circle around back to the other thing, but the ones that are acceptable, you could post yourself. Let's say exercising is your vice, is your escape. You could post yourself at the gym, like different pictures, different exercises. You probably got probably in shape a little bit. If your diet's right, you show, you're flexing, you're standing in the mirror from the chest up, because you don't want to show the panza, you don't want to show the gut, but you'll, show everything else. I'm at the gym at this machine, I'm at this machine, I'm here, I'm swimming, I'm running, whatever. So it's even acceptable. You get a bunch of likes, so proud of you. You're such an inspiration. So you're like, yeah, let's go. But this is the dude that is in debt and doesn't pay his bills and is freeloading and doesn't have it, or just has a little baby part-time job, when it's like, dude, you're grown. What are you doing? Or he's just broke. He does have a job, but he doesn't know how to manage his money. That's worse. Because I know people that make very little money and have a big bag at home. They know how to manage it. I also know people that make hella good money and they're always broke. Or they're waiting for that next big check to be like, whoo, okay, I'm good for a while now. It's like, when you got the other guy who is on minimum wage and is sitting in a fat bag at home, that when stuff happens, it's like, no sweat, take care of it. Boom, boom, boom. Got all the nice things, go to nice places. Maybe not super luxurious. Maybe should change his mindset a little bit, but he ain't stressed. He could if he wants to. He's still on his hero's journey, but he won't trip. Staying on topic. The vice, right? One way that I was able to, identifying it was easy, but stopping the vice is what's difficult. I think the most difficult way to try to stop a vice is by saying, I quit. For some of us. Because I also know some people that say, that's it. No more. From this day, it's done. Never again. And they use their technique, they use their tools, they use what works for them. Talking smack about it, hating on it, hating anybody else that does it, only because they're just talking to their old selves. And if that works for them, and they never waste time with that vice anymore, because the vice, whatever it is, like I said, it could be going to the gym. Maybe they don't have it. Now it gets tricky, because now it's like, I'm not using it as a distraction, but I'm still going to exercise. What about if food is your vice? Well, am I going to eat anymore? I'm not going to exercise anymore? I'm not going to work anymore? Like, that's where it gets difficult. Where it is your vice, but it's also something that needs to get done. So how do you hate on somebody? You're a loser if you eat. Like, we all eat. How do you do that? So that's when, if you do have that, if that's the way you tick, if getting angry and getting upset is going to help you, that's the tools. That's when you do that self-awareness. That's when you see yourself. Your conscience will tell you, your conscience is guiding you what you need to do. For people like me, if you rock like me, I've tried to just straight out just quit. And you feel horrible when you fall. You're like, oh, I messed up. Even if it's a little bit. And then it's like, oh man, did I mess up right there? Was that just normal? Was it just life? I mean, we all eat. Like, you start getting confused and you start feeling, ashamed. Like, man, I'll never be able to. I quit for so long, I was at it for 3 days, 3 weeks, whatever, a month. I can't believe, I'm so ashamed. I'm such a bad person. And for people like me, that doesn't work, because you get down on yourself quite a bit for messing up. A hack that I did that's been working for me very well, that instead of quitting, and this goes for those things that are acceptable, like eating and exercising and working, is you don't quit because it's not bad. And you're down with it and you're okay with it. You just maybe do it too much. You have it too much. So what I did is I sacrificed it. I sacrificed that thing that I do. So you could say, okay, I'm going to sacrifice all the overeating and just eat my 3 or 4 meals, however you rock, whatever, 2 to 4 meals a day. I'm sacrificing anything else besides that. I'm going to sacrifice going to the gym more than once a day. I'll exercise a little bit at home, my nighttime routine or my morning routine, whatever. But I'm sacrificing all the other things. This way, you're doing it with the intention to restrain yourself. You're not quitting. You're not stopping. It's a sacrifice. The reason why I do sacrifices is to please God, please Creator. I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it. I'm restraining myself from this pleasure, instant gratification, which the reason why I do it is because I'm running away. I'm coping with how I feel because of a shortcoming, or because things are not going my way, or because I'm bored, because I'm being ungrateful. I'm at a low vibe, and when I'm at a low vibe, instead of checking myself and raising my attitude by going to go get some exercise, to some people that could be it. That's where it gets tricky. Okay, I'll only do it for that. I don't do it to avoid what I don't want to do. It's a distraction. I'm keeping myself from doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing that I don't want to do. Or this is the way I deal when things are not going my way. Not even adversity. You don't even have problems. You just have things not going your way and you're being a whiny baby. Again, that's the realization and understanding that you're just having a low attitude. And your job should be, your priority should be to raise your attitude. This is going to help. Sacrificing your vice. Sacrificing that thing that you don't want, that you do to keep you from doing the things you don't want to do. Facing an issue. Facing a challenge. Facing that thing that you know that you need to work on. In any 4 pillars of your life. Could be your health, could be your finances, could be your confidence, building confidence, love, self-love, love for others. Health, wealth, love, spirituality, your relationship with God, and generosity. How do you show up? Like, man, I'm ashamed of how I show up. Okay, well, that's a place to start. Let's fix it. What part? And then you go to the other pillars. Most of us, our health is not 100%. You can start there. Because without health, none of the other ones really matter. Because if you drive yourself to the ground and you die, that's it. It's over. All the other 4 pillars, they don't exist no more. So you could use that as, I'm sacrificing this in order to go focus on the things that, instead of doing that, I'm going to focus on the things that I know I should be doing that I don't want to do. So you're pivoting that energy. That energy that you're wasting, that you're losing, that you're just throwing away in your vice, that you're going to sacrifice, you're going to invest it into doing that very thing that you know you're avoiding. You know you got to go and work on this. You know you got to cut back on this. You know you got to do this. You know you got to give attention to that and start working on it. Baby step status. That thing you've been ignoring. That's what you're going to go do instead of spending your energy on your vice. Oh, but my vice, usually I do it at work. So that means I could leave work to go do that thing? No, it's just an overall umbrella. It's like, okay, let's say you do your thing. You participate in your vice 5 times throughout the day. No specific time. Maybe it's convenient to do it at work because you hide it from home. So you do it 5 times at work. Okay, now you're going to sacrifice it. And you're not going to do it at work because you want to please the Creator. You want to please God and say, I'm sacrificing this. I'm not going to do it no more as a sacrifice. When you get home, you're going to feel good about yourself because of the discipline that you built by not falling into your vice. Pleasure chasing, instant gratification. So that discipline is going to carry over to your home. So you're going to be able to do the things automatically, organically, that you've been neglecting at home because you didn't use up that energy. You didn't fall for your vice. You didn't fall for the instant gratification. You actually built discipline, gained confidence. You didn't know that was going to happen, right? And you're going to take that anywhere and everywhere you go, including work, home, and anywhere else. That happens by having the discipline. Now, we would fall off sometimes, especially if we were going I quit doing that. That's tough. For some of us, that's tough. Like I said, especially if it's something normal, something acceptable. But if you sacrifice it 1 hour at a time, I'm not going to do it this hour. And you look at your clock. From 2 to 3, I'm not going to do it. I did it. Discipline. Easiest one. The 2nd hour. The 3rd hour. The 4th hour. It's already 3 or 4 o'clock. I'm going to do it today. And you do it. Maybe it's a little too, you bring it back. Okay, 9 o'clock. You don't. I'm just going to go to bed, be done. Yes. The next day, you do it again, hour by hour. And then you do a day. Okay, what time is it? 4 o'clock. Okay, I'm not going to do it. Have it, whatever. From here till tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Then we'll see what happens tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And every time you get that urge or that temptation, or it's there or you're available, you're like, no, it's a sacrifice. I choose not to do it. I didn't quit. I'm not a quitter, but I choose not to do it. It's a sacrifice. I'm sacrificing it. Man, it's real tempting. Man, it's delicious. Man, it's a great, And you're like, no, it's not till tomorrow at 4:00. Cool. You walk away from it. You'll feel that discipline build. You'll feel that confidence that comes from God as a gift for being disciplined. Then you do 3 days. You start figuring it out. Okay, let's see. I already did it one day till 4:00. I started on Monday at 4. Tuesday at 4 would be one day. Wednesday at 4 would be 2 days. Thursday at 4 would be 3 days. Let's go. I already got one down. 2 more days. I could do it. I came this far. I didn't come this far just to come this far. And you go for that third day. Wednesday, you set an alarm. You even think the next day is like, was that today? Oh, that's today at 4. If 4:00 hits today, I have not done my vice for 3 days. And then it'll hit, because by that time I know you'll be able to do it, because you already got momentum. You already got all that discipline, all that confidence. You feel good. You're already doing stuff at home, doing stuff at work. You're carrying yourself better. You're carrying yourself different. You've been using that energy of not falling for an instant gratification and feeling the regret. And actually you're like, I'm beasted up. That's the confidence you can't get anywhere else but as a gift from God. You're starting to become more grateful, more loving, more faith. Just comes automatic. There's a reason why, one of the main reasons why we go run to our vice is because we're scared. We have fear. Fear we can't handle the thing we don't want to do, but we know we know that we should. So as a low-level scared person, we run to the vice for instant gratification because we don't like how fear is. Fear is the lack of faith. You want to be someone who has no faith? Lack of God? So you want to have faith, so you're getting it by building discipline. You build discipline, you gain confidence. Now you're coming from a place of gratitude, love, and faith. No fear. A faithful person is able to, someone who has faith is able to do more. Go up against the challenges. Go up against, because that comes with the discipline and the courage, in the confidence. You could go up against the things you've been avoiding. So life starts getting a little bit better. All because you chose to sacrifice that thing you run to just to get instant gratification, to avoid the things that is causing you discomfort. If you fall for some reason or another, it's like, then don't trip. Remember, you didn't break it. It's not like you quit and then like, I fell off. I can't say that I quit because I broke the pattern. No, you said you were sacrificing it. You slipped up. You compromised. And I bet you it's not going to be like, you're not going to have all 12 donuts. You're not going to, do that thing for 12 hours or 30 times that day. You're probably like half a little bit and then be like, no, what am I doing? Because you're going to like it. You're not going to like the feeling. It's like, no, this ain't. Oh, no, never mind. And you stop it and then you're just like, now I begin. You start again. From the beginning? No, you just keep on going. We don't start from the beginning in this method. You just keep on going. I messed up a little bit, no sweat. No, I'm sacrificing it. My bad for that one. My bad. Be grateful for existing. Be grateful for being aware. Be grateful that you're doing the sacrifice. Okay, so I slipped up a little bit. It's all right. But look at all those days I didn't. I just slipped up a little bit right now. Let's keep on going. Now I begin. Now we continue. Let's go. By that time, you're not even going to know how many days you've gone without doing it, because we're not counting days. We're just counting who we are. We're just counting the discipline that we're building. And the sacrifice that we've been enduring. We've been putting up with the sacrifice. Just because you dropped it doesn't mean you're not going to pick it up and keep on going. Get up, scrape knees y todo, put the thing back on. Let's go. The sacrifice continues. I'm going to dominate this. I got this. Yeah, I know it exists. Yeah, I know it's there. Yeah, I know I enjoy it. Yeah, I know I do it. Yeah, I know I have it. But I'm sacrificing it. Because I want to build discipline, gain confidence, have a higher level of thoughts, feelings, actions. And it's going to help change your habits. You're going to have better habits that you carry along all different parts of your life. You're going to be a person that has more gratitude, more love, and more faith. If you're having troubles getting rid of that nasty vice that you have, that nasty thing that you always run to, that you know you shouldn't be doing, try that. Try sacrificing it. And start with just sacrificing it for 1 hour. Then go from there. Then 2, then 3, then a day, then 2 days, then 3 days. Then just go. And if you mess up a little bit, it's all right. Dust yourself up, get up, and keep on going. We don't need those vices. We don't need that thing that we know we shouldn't be doing. Try to get rid of it and see what happens. Remember, it's not like you're like, I'm never gonna do that again. No, I'm just sacrificing it. Because it's consuming me too much. I'd rather take that energy and build myself up, build my discipline, gain my confidence, have better habits, and become a better person so I could take this better person in all other parts of my life. I'm gone. See you on the next one.